there's been some behavior online that I've been noticing that's really been bothering me. But I try to keep a certain level of professionalism online with my known accounts, with my actual name on them and whatnot. And there's just certain way people I see people acting is just it's not cool. You know, nobody's gonna want to work with you if you act a certain way. So I'm making this video basically how to make it in the industry, what I think the steps are. To become a successful artist and to be respected and for people to want to work with you and for you to continue to expand on your career. This is a brief overview of what I'll cover in the video. So I'm going to cover social media, people skills, basically being easy to work with and being professional, how to get gigs, electronic press kit, EPKs. Going to cover branding too, a light overview. Social media, like honestly, if it's not about music, you really need to think twice about posting it. If it's political, you probably shouldn't post it. If you're writing about your day and writing paragraphs of emotional shit that, is not related to music, you really should not be posting it. You kind of need to use your social media platforms to launch your music career, and you just need to keep it about the music. Everyone is such a sensitive snowflake these days, so you got to be careful what you say. And maybe you're not going to want to agree with them. Maybe you're not be cool with them on a friend level, but like maybe they like your music. Maybe they'll come to your shows. Maybe they'll support you. You know what I mean? So you don't want to lose someone who's down for your music over some political shit or some stupid social media crap you posted. You know what I mean? Like you're not, I don't know. Fuck. Just say no. Like don't post shit about political shit on Facebook. Honestly, there's going to be people that are going to be Hillary supporters. There's going to be people that are Trump supporters. There are people that are be freaking Bernie Sanders supporters. There's going to be people that are pro police, and there's going to be people that are anti police. And honestly, the further you steer away from this shit and just keep it straight about the fucking music, your career will do much better. There's always someone that I use it as an example who posts this kind of stuff, which is why I feel compelled to make this video and explain this, because it's not cool. Everyone's a sensitive snowflake. Everyone has their own views. They can have their own view, but you need their freaking support, dude. You need people to come to your show. You need people to, respect you as an artist and say, yo, man, I really like the way that person throws down records, or I really like the music they're producing and I want to work more with them, Try to think before you post something. If it's too emotional and you're just pissed off about something, call a friend or something. Go do something else. Don't be venting on social media. If you need to create a fake social media account to go vent, then yeah, go do that, I guess. But don't do it under your main account that you have all your music followers and your music community under. It just kind of poisons the well, as it were. Rest in peace, Tom. Rest in peace. This isn't MySpace 2003, okay? You're not going to be posting crap about how your girlfriend dumped you and this and that and you're super down and I don't know. I mean, if something crazy happens and you want to make fun of yourself and make a joke of something, then I don't know. I would just honestly really try to keep it towards music, though. Just keep it about the music, man. So the social media platforms that are good to be involved in it's definitely good to have a Facebook artist page, SoundCloud, Twitter, Instagram, Mixcloud. Build your own freaking site. Get people to submit an email list to you. There's WordPress plugins that you can use to manage email lists that are really good. If you can get a list of cell phone numbers to text, that would be even cooler. There's other ways to send out mass text to addresses and stuff like that if you're trying to notify them of an after hours party or whatnot. It's good to keep addresses off of Facebook if you're going down that route. There's also applications you can use to manage all this social media crap too, where it will post on, the big three, so Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. There's a few different companies that you can give permission to manage your social media, and then you open one app and you can post to all three platforms, and that saves time, but it also still keeps you relevant, because it's good to post content and keep the shit moving, so that people still know you exist. I guess everyone's inundated with information, so it's always good to keep posting music related crap to remain relevant. Definitely. Some of the people skills that I've noticed over the time, noticed over the years, that is really important, is definitely being on time, being prepared, having extra headphones, having extra cables, having extra flash drives. There's been times where I've even showed up to gigs with multiple laptops just in case I had an issue with a laptop. I would have a backup laptop I could use, you know? Um, just that level of professionalism. If you're playing on vinyl, you bring your own fucking needles. You know, you don't need to bring turntables. Make sure you communicate and be a good communicator so you know that there's turntables there. But bring your records, bring, you know, more than what you're going to play. You know what I mean? Um, Bring your own needles. Like don't forget your shit. Like you had one job, you know, and it's like you can all you have to bring is flash drives and headphones these days to DJ. You know what I mean? So don't freaking like forget your headphones or your flash drives, cuz like honestly you had two things to fucking remember. And you know, you don't want to be that person that shows up to the gig where, you know, everyone's expecting you to have a really good performance and you're basically starting off on a bad foot cuz you don't even have the shit you need to perform, you know? And always promote the events that you're playing at. Always show support and stuff and appreciation for those people booking you, um, especially if they're paying you. But if they're not, it's always good to have that level of professionalism as well. But yeah, let's see. Being a good communicator is important. I mean, these are all things that we all need to work on or can work on. You know, I'm definitely not the best communicator at times. Sometimes I go dark, but treating everyone with respect is really big because you never know. You know, you're talking shit about this kid right now who's train wrecking, but you never know when he's going to be. He might be like the next fucking Tiesto or some shit, right? And if you were cool with him and maybe helped him out and showed him some tips and said some positive shit, you know, maybe he could have pulled you up. Maybe he could have got you some gigs. Maybe he could have, you know what I mean? So don't fucking hate on people too hard, you know. You can give them a little shit, but I mean, don't talk like shit behind their back, you know, like too hard, you know. I don't know. Nobody wants to work with an asshole. Don't be fucking hard to work with, you know. Everyone's just, you know, we're doing this shit because we love it. We love music. We just want to do music, you know. So I don't know. Getting gigs, not always asking. Not always asking is not asking is not always the best way. I mean, there's some crews that if you ask them, they actually will not book you. So just being around them, being cool with them, hanging out with them, and then you know, trying to connect with them on a music level, checking out their shit, sending them your stuff, you know, your mixes or whatever, is a good way to be like, yo man, hey, check out my mix, da da da. You know what I mean? Don't say, hey yo, check out my mix. Hey, by the way, you should book me because I'm the fucking shit, bitch. You know, you don't want to be like that. You don't want to be a pompous like asshole. You got to be very just, you know, humble. You got to be a humble artist, like, but you don't want to be too humble. You want to be out there a bit, but not super like, you know, elitist douchebag. But getting involved with the community is always good. Helping out at events, helping promote, helping with sound or whatever else you can do to help the party go off. I mean, people who help the show happen are definitely appreciated and brought in, you know. And that's definitely a good way to social engineer some gigs and get booked. I mean, if you don't have a lot of experience, like digging on Craigslist, you could probably find some work. I mean, we're all just trying to afford the fucking gear at this point, right? Because the gear's so expensive, depending on the gear you're gonna get. So any kind of side hustle and way you could figure out to get the music to pay for itself really is what it's about. I don't know. Craigslist and weddings and top 40 gigs are kind of shitty, but something I wouldn't have done 10 years ago, but I don't know. Money's money. I mean, if I make like $400 playing some top 40 crap, then, you know, that's more gear essentially. So it's just paper chasing for gear at this point. There's this pay to play crap that you guys as well, if you're not aware of it, as new people, you need to know, you know, there's these people that are trying to hustle you to get you to sell tickets and they'll try to make you feel like, oh, you know, if I don't sell X amount of tickets or bring X amount of people here, then I must be a shitty artist, this and that. And it's like, you could be a really good artist. Maybe you're just under promoted or whatever. And so there's these people who kind of bully other people. They kind of bully other people to bring more people. And I don't know. It's up to you. You could do it. I mean, there's some gigs where you could purchase like $500 worth of tickets and they'll let you play at a major venue. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but it's just something to be aware of. Developing an EPK is basically documenting all the gigs that you've played, getting event flyers and things like that. Getting pictures. Always get a friend comped, a friend who's down to take pictures and videos and all that stuff of you playing. Live streaming is good too. There's a lot of stupid copyright violation crap involved with that, though, sometimes. So get ready for that. Um, YouTube might be good to post some of your video content as well as you view performing live. It's always good to saturate the internet with content if you can. Just so, people are able to find you. So you have like a web footprint, you know. Um, Creating a good website is pretty good. Like if you get some like WordPress shit going and get a logo, make sure to get like vector files so that you can, if you ever play a larger gig, you can have it scaled to a flyer. And also and also creating you know taking those logos and things and creating apparel and starting a web store, selling t-shirts and hats and things like that. Like all this money adds up. You don't necessarily need to purchase large inventory either. You can use a website like Teespring. I don't even know if I spelt it right, but there's a few of these websites where you can design t-shirts and whatnot, and they'll make it on demand. So what'll happen is someone will buy it, and then you set the price of it, and Teespring or other vendor will have their price, and so it'll cost them $14 to make it, for example, and then you can say, oh, it's $20 shirt, and then so you'll get $5 on it. So I don't know, sell a few of those and get some cool designs going or whatnot. Like that can totally fund, the music as well. It's all about trying to get money from every angle just to fund it. So you basically create your own brand and your own entity that can, sustain itself. And that's basically everything I had, though. You guys have a good one. Laters.